Hey y'all, I hope everybody's doing well, staying safe. I felt led to come on and make this video about what all of this is really about, because it seems like there's a lot of people that are still really confused about what's actually happening in our country right now. George Floyd is the catalyst. I'll call him a catalyst. His death and his treatment by the police officer was the catalyst for all of the stuff that's happening right now. But this wasn't the first occasion. And here's the thing. I see people, obviously are very, very upset about what happened on the streets that day, and how George died. And me personally, I feel like there were criminal acts that occurred that entire video, and even beyond that. The EMT that checked his pulse and didn't instruct the police officer to get off of him. I didn't come on here for that. That needs to be looked into, though. That EMT who checked for a pulse and saw that there wasn't a pulse, the coroner should have been called. If that was a dead body, then the coroner should have been called and the police officers getting off of him. There should have been, they moved a dead body. That's a crime. And we're not talking about that. So if you're wondering why people are protesting and shit's getting lit on fire, it's because there has been no justice. We're acting like this police officer didn't know what he was doing. Those people were telling him, hey, he can't breathe. Look at his nose. His nose is bleeding. He can't breathe. And then, hey, that specific type of what you're doing right now, that's a blood choke. And he was told. After he was told, it became premeditated murder. Murder 1. And the fact that we're debating this is a big problem, and that's why shit's getting lit the fuck on fire. But here's the thing. Stepping away from and I'm so angry I'm angry because the people are being treated like they're stupid. Like we're stupid. Like we don't see clearly what's happened. We're supposed to be mad, though. We're supposed to be mad about it. And if you're not mad, let me help you get there. There are people saying, oh, well, what about the white kid that was killed by the police? What about the Asian kid that was killed by the police? What about all these other, yeah, we saw that too. But y'all didn't go out there and riot. Y'all didn't go out there and make a big ass deal about it. Don't be mad at Black Lives Matter. And it's not only Black Lives Matter. There are also police that are paying off people to add to the destruction so that they can take away from the cause, which is the fact that they're out there fucking shit up. The police officers, the bad apples. I was in the military. I know how that paramilitary shit works. The hierarchy and all that stuff. It is truly a good old boys club. Oh, what is it? Good old boy club. Good old boy club. But in a sense, they work to protect the bad apples because they see them. They know who they are. They know exactly who they are. But there's this brotherhood thing. Like almost literally bros before hoes. And they're the bros. And those who aren't a part of that organization are the hoes. That's all us. Obviously. Because if all lives matter, then that means all lives matter. Then that means there's police brutality happening to whites and blacks and Asians and Hispanics, everybody, all us. So why aren't y'all outraged? Why aren't y'all outraged? Why aren't y'all out there with us saying, hey, enough, I don't care what y'all call the movement, but enough is a goddamn enough. We do not pay these people to let their bullies get at us and kill our people, our brothers and our fucking sisters. Are y'all watching the videos? Are y'all watching how this professional organization's members are behaving with our citizens, our unarmed citizens? Do y'all see what's happening? They're not just killing black people. They're not just getting after, they're not just abusing their power with blacks. You gotta see it. You gotta see it. And we gotta do something about it before this becomes a military state. Look at what's happening with our president. We cannot let these bullies keep doing this shit. And the people who are protecting them, we gotta get at their asses too. There needs to be accountability. Like, think about how our president has been operating. How far away do you think we are from martial law? Martial law is letting the shit that's happening now, we're going to multiply that. Our military is going to be mobilized against us. Do you think that's a good thing? With all of the innocent people being killed by the police and the police getting slapped on the wrist for it, do you think you really want the military telling you how you can move and operate in this country? We've been on lockdown, and now we're on curfew. And they're going to enforce that by any means necessary. And by golly, if you piss them off, they're going to use that as a justification for killing you. It doesn't matter what you look like. These are bullies. Bullies hiding behind a badge that's supposed to represent trust and service and honor and integrity. People are burning shit down because they want to see that. They want to see that stuff represented in all of the police. And it's kind of like, you know, the military has its own system of punishing the service members that break the military law. Right? Let's say you see a military service member doing something that they're not supposed to do, right? Or any other employee most employees. You see most employees doing something, they're supposed to provide a service, right? And they violate. There's a violation. You have the opportunity to have that redressed with with someone who's a superior of theirs. Can you do that with the police? That guy had 18. You see what I'm saying? Do y'all see what I'm saying? You can get that employee at McDonald's fired when you talk to their manager because they shorted you your money, or because you can make a report to someone in the military. All you really, they got their names right on their chest. You look at their name, and if you could figure out what unit they're in, you've corrected an issue. Can you do that with the police? Can we do that with our politicians? and government officials. And if we can't, is this a democracy? Like, step out of the black and white shit. Like, absolutely, I'm like, y'all gonna take what I just said out of context and really, fuck it. I don't give a damn. Y'all know what I'm saying. With this police shit, it's not a black and white issue. Until it is. But it's much bigger than that. And that's the point that I'm trying to get y'all to see. If y'all don't get out here and protest police brutality, it's going to continue. And it could be your neck next time. Think about that. And get out. I mean, do what the fuck we need to do. We need cooperation. Yeah, there's looters. We can't do shit about that. But what we can do is have the people who are supposed to be getting this shit together for us, getting shit together for us. We need to hold them accountable. We need to hold them accountable. Once they start acting outside of what that badge represents, period. Once they start acting outside of what that badge represents, we take that badge from them and we treat them as someone who has abused the power that was given to them, because it is a privilege. Those people sat there and watched him murder that guy and felt helpless to do anything about it. Think about that. You're the guy on the ground. People are watching you and trying to help you, but they're afraid of dying or being prosecuted by the law. So you die. That's the gravity of the situation. And I think that's really what pisses everybody off about it. Even if they don't realize it. That's what pisses everybody off about how George Floyd died. He heard his potential rescuers trying to save him. And they felt powerless to move on his behalf because of who the person was that was on his neck. What the fuck are we doing? Please excuse my language, but I feel raw. One thing that I have found beneficial, and this is the last point and I'm going to get off because one thing I found beneficial is while I'm meditating, just think about how fucking proud Mr. George Floyd is. Seeing people come together for this cause. And his death, the way he died, not being in vain, not being just another one, that's helpful for me. It's just, I get an overwhelming sense of pride. And I hope y'all do too. We are doing a wonderful thing now. And if the buildings have to burn to make it happen, then fuck them buildings. That's what insurance is for. I'm not advocating anything except for the fact that we need to really, really be careful. We need to get, what do we need? We need accountability and a lot more things. I'd really, y'all put in the comments, because this is I think this is a great time for change. A great time for change. And this anger, that energy, we can use that to do something amazing. I would love to hear your ideas. Please, please comment below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. I love y'all. Please take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and be safe. Love y'all.